Hello, we are a multidisciplinary senior design team from the RIT Kate Gleason College of Engineering. We are excited to show off what we have been working on over the past 8 months. Collaborating with our client, Dr. Dilip Chatterjee, we have developed a concept PAP machine aiming to use a patient's negative airway occlusion pressure to adaptively generate and deliver the appropriate air pressure and flow to a patient in hopes to better treat sleep apnea. While solutions for sleep apnea and related issues have existed on the market for some time, many devices are expensive and inaccessible, making it difficult for many to receive the medical care they desperately need.
Through the development of this proof of concept device, we aim to contribute to the early stages of making a cost-effective and efficient sleep apnea treatment device available in the market. It's important for us to acknowledge that further research and development will be necessary to refine and enhance our device to comply with the standards required for FDA approval. As a team, we understand that there are complexities in the medical field that are beyond our expertise, and therefore, due to time constraints, we must provide a meticulously documented engineering approach that will help to pave the way for a more accessible future in the medical industry.
Hi, I'm Kevin, a biomedical engineer on the team. Our stakeholders are seeking an efficient solution that provides accurate pressure support for sleep disorder patients, particularly those with sleep apnea. In a compact and cost-efficient manner, our aim is to ensure that patients and devices alike experience minimal strain during each breath cycle, optimizing both comfort and effectiveness. We are dedicated to prioritizing these factors to ensure that undeserved communities have access to life-saving treatment.
To kick off the project, our team delved into research on the P.1 principle, which dictates the amount of effort required for a person's breath during negative airway occlusion pressure and its relationship with PAP therapy. We also examined the feasibility of applying this principle and conducted a thorough analysis of the current CPAP device market to identify areas for improvement. Based on simulation results, we developed conceptual designs for a PAP device that adheres to the system design principles. We then built prototypes of the device and evaluated them in a controlled laboratory setting to assess how well it synchronizes pressure support with the patient's respiratory drive. The team made iterative adjustments throughout the testing process to optimize the device's effectiveness and functionality. Let us now take a look at our design and our decisions for each section.
One notable challenge that our team faced during the project was the production of the tank portion of our device using 3D printing technology. Given that we had not utilized the shed resin 3D printers for the manufacturing components, we considered this a significant risk. The threads in particular were a critical aspect of the final product. So to mitigate this risk, we produced a test part and collaborated with the RIT shed technicians to ensure that the threads would be present in the print. We then assessed the quality of the threads by testing them with one of our fittings as seen in step 1, and then we had incorporated it into our final design. And then upon confirmation that the fitting worked well with the test cube, we were able to proceed with manufacturing the necessary components seen in step 2 and then assembled in step 3.
Our device is controlled by a microcontroller on a customized printed circuit board, using a real-time operating system to respond to patient conditions. To develop our control system, we utilize pressure and flow sensors installed at distinct locations as input, using said input to analyze what behavior should be performed at a given point in time. We use these controls to precisely dose out air into a chamber before we dose that air to the patient. This utilizes the principle of breathing, which means that we only dose air during the priority period during a breath. Notably, the first 0.1 second of a breath, where the majority of the work is done. This happens to enable a better PAP device experience due to the lack of positive pressure during the exhalation stage, as well as improves overall effectivity of the device.
Taking a quick look at our system here, this is our blower. This will be getting the air into our system, and basically creating the pressure and flow that we need to operate. And I'll be going through these fittings to solenoid valve, which will open and close based on a control system, and then now leads into our 3D printed box, which is supposed to represent the volume of our CPAP machine. That's the typical CPAP machine. And from there, this pressurized chamber it's being monitored with a pressure sensor that will be attached to our boards. And based on that pressure, we will be either reducing it by opening up this valve and to the atmosphere, or sending it to the patient through this solenoid valve, going through this tube, which is another pressure sensor hole, through a flow sensor, so we know what the flow rate is, through the tube that goes to our patient.